What's going on, guys? This is Mikeinoid, and today I wanted to talk about something that really hasn't been relevant in a while, but the other day I couldn't help but think about this topic, and as you guys can see by the title, you know what we're talking about. But let me just tell you some of the backstory. Yesterday, the Switch ad came up on my recommended, and so I watch it just to see how it is, and it kind of made me cringe a little bit, and it wasn't because there was kids in the commercial. That really wasn't it. I was okay. I understand there's kids in it, but it's just what they made them say. It just kind of like made me just grind my teeth a little bit, and it made me think about a certain type of ads. So I'm gonna play a little bit of that ad right now, just for those who haven't seen that ad or just don't know what parts I'm talking about.
Oh, nice. Try smash attack next time.
Oh, okay. What does that do? Watch. Whoa! Link is strong, but we need someone faster.
I got it.
Did you get that? Come on.
He's gonna win.
Whoa!
He's got the hammer.
How do you do that?
He's been practicing.
Yeah, he's fast.
So a lot of people in the comments are saying this as well. They're not really saying stuff that really kids would say, and I understand that this commercial is kind of leaning towards kids, and that's okay. I mean, hey, kids play games too, but it's just the fact that they're really not saying stuff that kids say. And I just want to say something about that background too. In the last shot, I was like, they're playing outside and like they got tents in the background, and it's like they have a TV set up and everything. This is some rich people stuff. You can really see why all these kids are this guy's friends. So after I was done cringing at this ad, it really made me think about other types of ads, and that would be the Wii U ads. If you guys don't know, the marketing of the Wii U is one of the reasons why the Wii U didn't do so well, and there was so many problems with it. There were so many problems with this marketing, and also another problem with the Wii U was the third-party games, and you could see that issue in some of the ads. I want to go in depth in a few of them just to talk about what they did wrong, how they missed the mark with each and every one of them, and we're gonna look at a couple of the Switch ads that I think are some of the best marketing for the Switch and just for a gaming console in general that's making the Switch such a success. I am going to mainly be pulling out these Wii U ads from a montage on YouTube. I will leave a link to that video if you want to torture yourselves. So let's get on with the first one.
We'll make this quick.
Family time's dropping fast, people.
Pew!
Time to upgrade to Wii U.
So the plot of this commercial is that you got some kids asking their parents for a Wii U for Christmas. So the kids got their big presentation of why they need a Wii U. I don't know how they got some curtains to reveal their TV, like, so it's just it's so weird. So it's just supposed to be this over the top, like kind of like comedic kind of commercial, just to aim towards the kids to go to their parents and ask for a Wii U. That's pretty much what it is. So that's why you got the presentation, the curtains. So I mean, just we're 8 seconds in. I don't like it.
With Wii U, we can play Super Mario 3D World.
Alright, and just from a couple seconds in, you can see the dad is just being quirky, and this ad reminds me of any show on Nickelodeon where there's one show that so there's this one show on Nickelodeon. It's called Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. If you haven't seen it, it's just about just 4 quadruplets just being in whatever shenanigans that they have them in the episode. And their dad is a character. He's probably the most crazy one in that entire show. I don't know why kids shows just have to have their parents so quirky, especially the dads. This always seems to be the dads that are so out of the ordinary. It's so weird.
Just check out the simulation.
Whoa.
I look good.
Look at that. Yeah, I look like I've been upgraded.
Get the gift of family when you upgrade to Wii U for $299.99. Game rated E for everyone.
Okay, so besides the terrible lines that they give the kids and the parents. There's a key word when they're showing off the Wii U in like the box of the Wii U.
Get the gift of family when you upgrade to Wii U. When you upgrade.
They call it upgrade. So that's implying that you already have a Wii and then you have to upgrade to the Wii U. That word upgrade just makes everything so confusing for people who don't know about the Wii U. People were so confused whether if this was a add-on for the Wii, or even I had cases where people thought the gamepad was the whole system itself, and when people saw the actual like console, they were like, oh, I thought the gamepad was the console. I had so many cases of that, and you know, rightfully so. I mean, all they show in the commercials is primarily just the Wii U gamepad. So not only is the actual commercial just so terrible, but then you got the confusion of what exactly the Wii U is. So yeah, that was the first 30-second ad. So now, let's look at the next one.
So, you want a Wii U this holiday? We'll watch and learn.
So before we get too into it, could someone please explain to me why is she giving them a plan to get a Wii U when they already have a Wii U? I've seen this commercial on when I was younger on Cartoon Network, on Nickelodeon. I've seen this commercial before, and I always like, why is she explaining how to get a Wii U when they're playing the Wii U? I was always confused about that. Let me know in the comments if I'm kind of getting something wrong here. I just don't understand what she's trying to do. I don't understand what the marketing team is trying to do here. So please let me know what you think in the comments.
Here's Mom. We already have a Wii, sweetiekins. Here's you. Wii U is a total upgrade, Mother. When did you get younger?
So there you have it again, where the Wii U is just like in the Wii shadow here. The Wii U is just going to always be known as the upgrade for the Wii. I mean, it pretty much was. I mean, you could still use your Wii emotes. You could still play Wii games. I mean, it pretty much was, don't get me wrong. It still made it so confusing for parents, for anyone.
It has Super Mario 3D World, Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD, and Rayman Legends. Yeah.
That Rayman game is the only game I've seen that is not from Nintendo in these Wii U ads. I was going to make a point saying that they don't show any third-party games. They always market the Wii U as just to play their games, and that's totally fine. I mean, most people do get a Nintendo console for the Nintendo games, but you still need third-party games, and that Rayman game, it was the only game, and I've watched a whole bunch of these Wii U ads. That's probably the only game I've seen not from Nintendo in the Wii U ad.
It comes with 2 free games.
Hot butter popcorn, that's a deal.
Yeah.
This kid, this single kid, I swear, just from the way he looks, I don't mean to pick on him, but like, just what he says and how he looks, he just makes the Wii look so terrible. So I'm about to tell you guys a true story. So before I was going into high school, I asked my parents for a Wii U for my birthday. And so they agreed to give me the Wii U, and everything's going good. My dad has like a cable guy over to fix the cable or whatever. And then I guess the conversation comes up, and then my dad tells me, "Hey, do you really want the Wii U?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And then he told me about how he was talking to the cable guy about getting the Wii U for me, and the cable guy goes, that's kind of for kids. I would suggest a PS4. And at the time, I was a little bit salty about it. I was like, wow, that guy doesn't really know anything. It's more than just for kids. But, looking back at these ads, I really don't blame him for thinking that. I mean, it seems like Nintendo wanted this system to only be owned by kids. I mean, you can tell by these ads, these are just always addressed for kids. And this single kid is he just puts a bad reputation on the Wii U. So yeah, now I really do hate this kid, but we're gonna go away from him and we're gonna talk about the next ad.
Amiibo!
So this one is probably the most famous Wii U advertisement, and it was for the Amiibo when they first came out for Super Smash Bros.
Alright guys, Link is in.
Well,
My girl Peach is in.
I'm ready. DK's in. This is gonna be bananas.
I mean, at least we get some like teenagers. At least they're not really kids. I feel like that was a pretty good detail that they put in at least, but that's probably one of my only positives of this ad. And it's so funny because you got the guy from Stranger Things. When I went back and saw this, I was like, oh my shit.
I'm not in.
You're not in?
I don't have one of those.
I love you. You're my brother, but I don't know if you're ready.
It's his time.
And if anyone knows who this chick is, please let me know in the comments. She looks so familiar, and so does the guy as well. If you know their names, I try to look up the cast, but there's really not much to look up. It's just everybody recognizes Stranger Things over here.
I gotta get one.
Go get your mom and get one so you can get in.
All right, I gotta go. See you, Gina.
Bye, Jack.
Wait, why do you say bye to just you? Oh, it could be a nice relation. Don't say that, dude. That's not funny.
Alright, so his name is Jack. He wants to play Super Smash Bros, right? But everybody else has Amiibo. So he needs to go get one. And, you know, he's like, alright, let me go get one. I think he wants to do more than play Smash, which is really weird. He has a thing for this girl, Gina. I mean, yeah, he's interested in playing Super Smash Bros, but I think he really wants to do is get with Gina, and it should have been focused on the game and not really about how he feels about Gina. Like, I really could care less about how he feels Gina. It was just so funny to see it when I first saw it, but now looking back, it's just like, why would they do this? Like I said, this feels like a Nickelodeon show, if anything.
This is the one my brother has. They fight with you.
So not only that the mom doesn't even give a fuck about the kid, but this game store is not real. Like, let's be honest. Not only that a game store wouldn't even have all these Amiibo, but this game store wouldn't even have all these just Nintendo games. Like, Nintendo didn't want to put, you know, Xbox and PS4 games in the background. I understand. But if you want to seem like you want to go to a game store and buy some Nintendo products, then you need to put some other products in there, you know? Of course, if you're gonna go to a game store that only has Nintendo stuff, you're gonna leave with Nintendo stuff, you know? It doesn't seem realistic, and just the amount of Amiibo they have is definitely not realistic. I mean, let's be real. The launch of the Amiibo were terrible. They still are to an extent. I still can't get a Piranha Plant Amiibo, and I don't think I ever will.
I'm getting one of these.
I mean, yeah, isn't that the whole point of going to the store?
Mario and Peach together. Me and Gina together.
Why? I don't know, man. He really wants to play that Gina game. Oh my god. No one walks like that. No one looks like that.
Hey, Jack. This looks like we have a new player in the ring. Tap them in, Jack Attack. Let's see what you can do.
Oh, man.
One.
Oh, man. Guys. Really? You're all picking on him at once? It's not fair.
I'll be back. Come on, Mario. See you, Gina.
Bye.
Aren't you gonna go with your boyfriend?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Going back. Play the game.
Wait, you're dating?
She didn't really deny it. So they're showing just a montage of him, I guess, training. I understand that, you know, he's really serious about leveling up his Amiibo, but I mean, it doesn't take that long to get your Amiibo to 50. They show him doing this dumb stuff. I don't know why they felt like they needed to put this terrible comedic twist on the trailer or this ad. Just overall makes the ad just tasteless. And then he falls back on the Amiibo because, of course, Mario is going to catch him.
Yes!
Come on.
Whoa, he went
Romeo.
for it. Oh my
No match for
god.
my
Pikachu.
So moral of the story, as long as you have some high-powered Amiibo, then you can get the girl. I mean, they kind of show how Amiibo works, and I guess they accomplished that. I mean, I have a lot more Amiibo than Jack, and it did not help me with picking up any chicks. So overall, you know, another really bad Wii U ad. So now I want to look at some of the Switch ads that worked pretty well. So this is probably my all-time favorite Switch ad. Not only do you have adults being normal adults. They're shown with actual responsibilities. They're shown with taking care of a kid, yet they're enjoying gaming. And recently today, they actually came out with a Father's Day ad. Not only do they show a third-party game, even though it is Fortnite, they're shown being dads, they're shown enjoying games in a perfectly normal way, not shown being goofy or over the top. They're real people. So many Switch ads that showcase this, and that's why I kind of got a little bit scared with the Super Smash Bros. One with the kid outside, because of how a little bit cringy it was, and it just reminded me of how the Wii U ads were. But I think that's just because that one's directed to kids. But I mean, I wish they just made them sound more like kids. But other than that, it was an okay ad. So I'm sorry that I'm kind of beating a dead horse here, but I feel like it still had to be addressed. I just want Nintendo to not go back to this Wii U dark age. And even though I have a Switch already, I do enjoy seeing these ads because it just makes me proud to be a Switch owner and to be able to do these things that are shown in their ads. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys have any other input or on the Wii U ads or the Switch ads, please let me know. We can discuss more about it in the comments. I hope you guys, like I said, enjoy this. Please leave a like and subscribe, and of course I will see you guys in the next one. Man, I really do want that Gina game though.